Hello and welcome to the Black Hydra. I'm Juan and I'm going to narrate our good Tom today, and he's going to show you how to do a frozen lake ice break, one like this. Pretty simple effect, a bit of work included, but yeah, after this you should be able to do this. You can also do them fluorescent, so if you use UV light, they will do some nice light effects. So basically let's start. So as I said, we go frozen lake ice base style, and starting with the base coat, I decided to go with gray because I think black might be a bit dark and gray is a really neutral color, and you could use black as well, but I recommend gray. So I prepare 3 bases here. I have some prepared bases as well, and now start. So I decided to go with 4 tones of blue. The most bright one is layer Baharoth blue, Citadel color. So it's for the inner circle. A bit darker with the Thousand Suns blue. And Stegadon blue, Scale green, which is even more darker. And eventually Model Air, Metallic, Vallejo, Arctic blue. It has some like of glitter glow effect to it. You will not really take notice, but it gives some nice small effect, which is very subtle. But you can use 3 colors as well. Up to you. I decided for this 4. So coming to paint, let's go. So we start with the bright color, with the brightest color. You can use a lot of color and a lot of water with it because you want to have a sort of wet blending. And yeah, you start on the center of the base and you just go with a bright color. Yeah, it can be a bit wet, so it blends better, and you tap it on there. So you go with Thousand Suns blue, you continue, and now you see it's a bit of blending in there because the color is very wet. You can even go wetter than this. Here we go. You can always go back and forth between the colors if you're not happy with the result. You're happy to just switch it as you like. So each base should be individual. So the Skigadon green tone, the darkest one, you go almost up to the corner. I just leave a small corner edge area for the Arctic blue Vallejo effect. The glow effect on the corner I like, because it will empathize the ice a lot better. Now we add the Arctic blue. For me, it's just about the glitter effect. It's a slightly different color, and you just go around the corner. And you can even add some dots to the other colors, because it will not change the color, it will just have an impact on the glitter effect. It will add it basically. So we leave that to dry. These ones are prepared obviously, so you don't have to wait. And we move on. Otherwise the video would take way too long. So I have like, it's deco stones from a deco store, decoration. It gives them blue, transparent, teal, whatever. I use them to empathize ice blocks. You can buy them in any deco store or Amazon or whatever. So depending on the base size, you can add smaller or bigger stones. You can even crush them in half. And on a bigger base I would use more. On a smaller base I maybe only use 1. It gives a bit of empathize, so something comes out of the water. So I glue them to the base, and it needs another layer of drawing time. So we leave that to dry. Move on. Now, For this step we have to be a bit quicker, because all colors should be liquid or very wet. So we use Pterodon turquoise contrast color, Atlantic blue contrast color, which is contrast is already really watery. And if you want to have a fluorescent effect, you use the green stuff fluor, turquoise fluor by green stuff. So we use that to have some bright fluorescent color. Here you see it in the water. It looks really amazing in the vitrine. And we add natural water by Faller. For the natural water we use a pipette, because we work with it has a natural, it is, how to say, a bit more, it is a lot easier to use a pipette than a brush for this natural water effect. So we start with the brighter color blue and support the brighter areas on the base. You can even water it down if you want to, I go it straight out of the pot. And the dark contrast color to support the dark areas. And here it really gives a contrast. So now, however you want it, you can add the fluorescent color with the lighter brush, and you just add the color in the areas where you want it. It doesn't really have a huge effect on the color, as you see. It is more like an effect it gives to it. It makes it a bit more darker, slightly, but later on you will see a fluorescent effect on it, which will look amazing. There you go. Sorry about that. So we have to be quick. Now we add the natural water with a pipette. Important is it needs 24 hours to dry out. And here we work with surface tension. So water surface tension is really important, so be careful. And if it breaks and the water goes slightly above the edge of the base, and yeah, you can directly start again. So be careful and pay attention to the surface tension. So we wait 1 day. Best way to do it is to start on a paper or something where you can put it directly away after working on it. There you see the effect. So this is obviously prepared, and here I added a small sea star with a fluorescent effect as well. So yeah, it looks very nice on the shelf, but also looks nice during the match. So next step, we use ceramide white. You can use any white tone you like. It is just about the edges, add some scratches to the eyes, a bit work on the shaping of the ice blocks, and get some structure to the ice bases in general. So you use a paper, go in deep into the pot, and get rid of much of the color as you can, like dry brushing. So it shouldn't be too much, and you can test it on the smaller area before you go to the bigger parts of the base, before you destroy it. Here I don't care, so I try it at the side. So here we go. So the underground is very soft thanks to the natural water. So I go very softly with the brush to not destroy it, and I add some scratches to the ice to get to empathize. Yeah, scratches basically. So if you know ice surfaces, it looks like this. Just go as you like and proceed until you're happy. Work on the edges of the ice blocks. Nice. Looks like this. Happy so far. Next step. We want to have a bit of snow effects on it. I use the technical Valhalla Blizzard of Citadel, which is a very nice color. It's like a pastry, most likely. Pastel. So I add with the same brush snow edges. On the ice blocks, obviously you have more snow thanks to weathering and wind and so on. So you proceed here until you're happy with the result. Don't be scared, just add also snow to the ice areas, because it will go everywhere. You can even cover the whole base in ice if you want to. You can add some tufts. There are several winter tufts, also go with non-winter tufts, like Army Painter here, for example, winter tufts, also fluorescent, or even go with Deadland tufts, and you can add the blizzard effect, the snow effect later, as you like it. You can also combine, as I do here, I combine two different stuffs. You can put them on. If they are not, you can also glue them if you want to, but usually it should be fine like this. You add some Valhalla snow to it and it looks perfectly fine. So I want to look this a bit more like ice, so I use green stuff with liquid frost, which also needs 1 day to dry out. So 24 hours, it's another liquid you just add, and you will have some ice crystal effect on it. And the rougher the surface you put it on, the more ice crystals you will get, and the sleeker or the smoother the surface is, you might have to do it twice in order to get a result you're happy with. So on the areas where we have the snow already put on, the Valhalla Blizzard, you will have more crystals, and on the areas where it's still smooth, you will have less crystals. But you can go again if it's dried out. You can really try around with this, and I will show you the result in a minute. So proceed until you're happy. Here you go, you see the small crystal effects, it looks like ice. I call them ice flowers. So it basically naturally grows into the base. If you want more, go again with the last step until you're happy. As I said, liquid frost will have the rougher the surface is you put it on, the more crystals you will get, the smoother, the less. So you might to go again and do Valhalla Blizzard first before you do this effect in order to get more crystals. Yeah. Here we go, a different base. It's very glossy right now, glowy. If you like it, you can leave it like this. And I show you different bases just to give you an idea of how it can look, especially here with this stuff in it. Just stupid fly bases. And it really goes well into the base. And if you don't want to have this glossy effect, you can go matte varnish on it. And I use Army Painter. And just go for it. Be careful with the stuff. Yeah, there you have it. Completely matted out. If you don't want to have the stuff glossy, you can just put tape around it and as you like it. So I hope you liked the tutorial. If so, leave a like, comment, subscribe, put the bell, put a comment, what would you like to see. And now I'm gonna show you some of the models using this ice base. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time. See you soon on the Black Hydra. Bye bye.